Good morning, my friends. I wanted to make a video today on these energies, how I am feeling them, and see, it's kind of like throwing spaghetti at a refrigerator, see if anybody's feeling what I'm feeling. I would love a response. I know I can't have everybody that sees me be a bot. Like, I mean, I guess technically, I don't know. I don't even care. Anyways, so I want to talk about the energies that are coming in, and of course, one of the things I don't say anymore is, these are the strongest energies because I would pretty much write that every day. It's escalating exponentially from the first time I went through this solar awakening back for the 2011, 2012, 2013 passage. But anyways, so the first thing that I can tell you is I feel a third timeline has anchored. It's kind of like if one is white and one is black, there's gray. And like we kind of were doing our own thing. Wherever we were doing just fine. We were probably in a very peaceful state. We had come to accept and surrender and just be happy, whatever arises, right? Be happy. I think that's what we've been doing. At least that's how it's felt like for me, and when I remote view and when I tap into the collective. And so it's felt almost like a true winter, like what it must feel like to be a seed in the ground in the cold, but you just know, the divine blueprint gives you the knowledge to know that there's something coming. And for your first spring, right, when you sprout from a seed to a plant to a vegetable to whatever, right, part of Mother Earth, you're born under the sun, the warmth, enlightenment kind of thing. Then imagine, at one point, say you're one of those giant sunflowers, at one point you're going to look at yourself in a field of sunflowers and you're going to look down, you're going to see yourself as a giant sunflower, and it's going to go, wow, this. Do you see what I mean? We're all connected. We're all consciousness. We may express it in all different ways. And right now, I really, truly feel like the gray is how the divine blueprint, like the architecture is written, the fifth dimension piece. A lot of the information, back when I told everybody, that the world was run by a bunch of Satanists, who'd do horrible things to children and all that. Everybody thought I was crazy, right? Well, I hate to say I'm just glad it's coming out. Am I happy about it? No, I wish I didn't live in a world where that was a reality. It has been very hard on my soul and on my heart. And especially because I was, if you could say, deep asleep in the matrix until August 25th, 2011, when I had my spontaneous spiritual awakening. I'm going to link that video to this video if you want to listen to it. It's different. I had an NDE and came back understanding quantum mechanics and quantum physics and energy, and how at a layman's, like, silly Billy, I went from, being a tennis player and playing with a beautiful group of high-end people. I went from a life of, I was that girl, had a beautiful life, had children, had a beautiful, beautiful life, but I was deep asleep. And I can see that happening around me right now. It's kind of like I remember me before my soul awoke, I guess, is that the way to say it? Oh, it's okay, Betty. Oh, stranger danger. Good girl. That's a good bark whisper. Betty says hi. Hi. So I think I know I might be rambling, but it's the merge. It's this whatever, all that is the good of the dark and the good of the light seem to be in here with us. But it's some sort of tri timeline, but it's almost like if you were to think of the core, that one part of the plant that grows down and the other one that grows up once it grounds, right? We're in that middle, because the majority of the things that we have, that are now coming and that will be coming to light, we have known about this, and it has gotten us kicked out of society, basically, But we still know what we know. Knowledge is a level of frequency, energy, and vibration, just like the third dimension. That's why there's 3 words to it, right? Third dimensional laws. Physics are real in order to achieve physicality. There have to be very specific rules that don't move. And, there's always going to be a group that are going to believe that, and that will be their language. And that's okay. That's the whole point. Everybody's speaking their language right now, and those that speak the loudest are drawing those that are meant to be with them. You can see it. You can see it all around. There's the third timeline that has opened up. I know because I was peaceful. I was setting up my peace. Okay, I'll just, what the heck, I'll do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to be at peace. It's going to be wonderful, right? Literally, that was me in the morning, and literally got ejected out of the timeline. And I wasn't even looking at clocks or anything. Turned the car on because I knew what I had to do. But I only knew like within 24 hours what I had to do. Like I had to go now. I was on the road. I turned my key at 2:22 in the afternoon. Not because I was looking at time, dudes. I was flying. I was trying to catch up to whatever, like the train is leaving. Oh, what do you mean it's early and it's leaving anyways? Okay, you know what? I got it. It was crazy. And I'm hearing from others that the same thing happened to them. It's like they were all settled or something. And then I woke up in a reality that I would never even imagine. I mean, no offense to any that are here with me. They don't know me. No one knows me. It's a beautiful thing. It's like the best of both worlds. But anyways, I think we're feeling that. There's something that's beginning to light. I kept pulling cards today, and if you like for me, I have almost 200 decks of cards. It's like how I play, and I right now I have a trinity of cards going that is speaking just very clear energy. So I think I'm gonna, if you would like for me to upload that, just say yes. Let's go ahead and just tell me what you'd like, and that'll also help me grow, because this is my spiritual career is what I've chosen 100%. Anything else is icing on the cake. So at this point, it is who I am. I can't walk away from it. I can't play pretend anymore. I can't say, oh no, I can do both. No, I really don't want to do both. I'm tired. I want to be efficient, energy efficient. Be left alone. Just leave me alone. Peace to all. Yeah, I'm not playing any games. I'm tired. And I'm sick of games. They're boring. It's the same loop. What good is it to play a game when you already have solved it 10 million times? Then, there's no challenge. And I guess my soul seeks challenge because, I'm seeing the time loops constant. And I'm like, oh, hell no. I ain't doing this shit. No. And now that I know how to collapse timelines, I'm getting it finally without detonating. You don't have to detonate the whole thing just to collapse one person from your timeline. So the key is kind of like fiber optics, right? The key is you don't just, you can if you want to be drastic about it. Tarot moment on tarot cards, right? If you want to burn it down, it's your life. Some would say that, you were born to burn it down to then create something brand new, like a phoenix. That's exactly what, I have lived so many lives since my 15 years ago when I had my spontaneous awakening. And even before then, I lived many lives. I used to say that. I've lived many lives in this life. I'm very grateful I was. My final crossover, in 2011, it was the most beautiful, peaceful thing I've ever experienced in my life. Other than, of course, giving birth to my 2 beautiful children. So, who are adults and they're awesome. So anyways, so I just want to put out there that it seems to be that we have been pulled, whether we're on this side or this side, we like magnetized to each other. So now I'm also seeing a lot of people stepping into their wisdom, speaking their truth, because the divine female, the divine male have synchronized. There's no more separation of spheres. And how you know that is because you might be having trouble with your eyesight, but you're not really getting the kind of headaches you were getting before, where the brain was trying to, through synergy, through the mechanisms of the repair system right up there. Synaptic system is what I'm trying to say. And the hypothalamus, and everything that was happening. The language center was clearing, right, opening up the fourth eye that goes all the way around, so you're connected both ways, a trinity of ways, right? So I think all that is happening to the collective right now, and I think that we have always said, we just got to act like we're in it. And I think when we finally surrendered in the final timeline, we were shown by the universe, because it's mathematical, it's got to do it a certain amount of times, right? Until we say, oh, I used to play that game Myst. Until I could figure out how to work the machinery, I couldn't move forward. But once we figure it out, we move forward, and the universe goes, oh, you've earned it, right? You figured it out. You figured it out at soul level, right? And now, because your soul knows and understands the concept, now you yourself, through gnosis, right, through being one with your soul, that's what gives you life. That makes you the observer, right, in the quantum field. Now we see potentials, but I'm telling you, this potential timeline that I don't know if I tend to run about 2 weeks ahead of the collective. So maybe by March will be what happened to me in, the language of love month. And of course we're going into is it a solar eclipse? Sorry about that. My eyes have been very itchy. Which is, I'm rambling, but again, I'm just sharing with you. I don't care. I know that YouTube says long form isn't any good. I'm just doing this for me. If anybody wishes to join me or give me ideas, you know what? I love it. Buy me a cup of coffee. I'd love you more. It is what it is. At this point, there's no going back for us. We're going to have to create a new way. And it can't be something past, because we're in the age of Aquarius, the illuminated man. So everything sees everything, the age of the eye, the light eye. And, one would call it a future age, and that's what we all thought. But somehow, this timeline I'm feeling, and even today, this timeline I'm feeling is clean. It's the best way to put it. And I was rejected. It was like I was planting seeds in my new timeline, kind of. I was beginning to anchor and say, okay, you know what, I can do this. This is going to be fun. Okay, I like this. I'm hearing myself now. I can move forward, because if I don't know what to do, I do nothing. I move at snails, even slower than a snail. But anyways, and then it just like it was perfect. I was happy. I was aligning. I was, everything was peaceful. I was like, hey, I can do this. You know what? Yeah, I'll surrender this. I'll let go of that. It's all good. And then that was in the morning, and things were anchoring in. And by the afternoon, I was out. And my car is starting at 222. I just can't impress enough how quickly it happened for me. I was rejected. I was pushed out. It wasn't like I jumped out. It wasn't a quantum jump. This was almost like if you were to demagnetize duality within black and magnetize duality within light, and you get the opposite, the good part of each, and that was enough to bring us together into a new timeline, which is the best of the best of the worst, if you wish to express it that way. But I don't see it that way at all. I see it as the game has gotten old, and souls just don't want to play. So it's out of date. It needs to be updated, right? It's nice. They've already, what they didn't do, AI cleaned up for them. They know the right questions to ask. AI is about the question you ask to mirror back the perfect answer that is allowable within the confines. But, so, just take everything for what it is. And it's your intent that drives you. Some of the symptoms last night, I barely slept at all. I've had some beautiful experiences, and then I've had like some kind of like my past trying to drag back kind of energy, stockish kind of stuff, which of course I put an end to that and it's over. But at this point, it's kind of like I see it coming, and I think you probably are aligned with me if you're watching this long. Where we're at 15, 16. Okay, 1516. That's 6, 7. So yeah, those that understand 6, 7, yeah. When you know, you know. Anywho, so this is kind of what I'm rambling on about because it's another sign I am not grounded. I can write, and I'm gonna probably post some things on my WordPress. You can reach my WordPress link through my Facebook, or I think it's Light Lover 1964, the journey of awakening or something. It's a WordPress. You'll find me. So when I can write, I write there. When I can make a video, I make a video here. And also, I want to do a second YouTube channel where I just do my cards because I love my cards, and I'm going to do them. I mean, you know what? They're with me at the end. And whatever that means is what I hear. I am a volunteer soul, and I'm good. Whatever happens, I'm good. No one needs to worry about me. I'm good. I know exactly. Everything that I already knew is, and I know what's coming next. Remote viewing is real, folks. Right? We don't need machines. We are machines. We're organic machines. That's what ESP is being connected to Mother Earth. The majority of us the divine female has been, you cannot withhold a seed from growing through the soil once it feels the warmth and light on the other side of the barrier. It's impossible. It's the light of the world kind of thing. So we know that's where we are. So if you're thank you for supporting me. Anything is welcome. lightlover1964@gmail.com if you want to do a session. Also, physicality today, it felt like a ring of fire around my it was almost like within my solar, like in between my solar, right, and the one I call my carnal, which is, orange and red. I felt like there was a mixing of fire almost, because it almost felt like I had a ring of fire around my waist. The pain went all the way around, and it throbbed almost like a cosmic construction, like a constriction and release. But it cleared something because all the drainage I had in my face began to go away. So it's some sort of lymphatic, maybe cleansing. If this is meant to reach or you've been sweating a lot, right? You're detoxing. Take extra care of your kidneys and your livers is what I'm hearing for the collective. If you have castor oil, which is palm crystal oil, put some on your liver and on your kidney area, right? And then put wrap something around it, or put a little towel over it, and then put a tight shirt around it. Just keep it there covered so it'll pull out the toxins from your kidney and your liver. And then remember, Dr. Emoto's work, keep blessing the water. You are water, right? And so keep blessing the water. Water is programmable. We know this. Thank you, Dr. Emoto. Forever thanks and gratitude. The 1987, it seems almost like the 1987 energetic convergence, which was led by Dolores Cannon, that consciousness or oversoul, whatever you wish to call it, that galactic, it doesn't matter, right? Who cares? Those are just words. We don't communicate. It's like how can you use human words for something that's not human, that has its own language? We're good. The collective is very, very strong, standing strong in the faith. I feel the ley lines of the earth are becoming solid again. It's almost like this, it was almost like it's now beginning to constrict and become more solidified to where there's no going in between realms. Just the gatekeepers, and they are all being, I don't want to say redone, but you know, they're all retiring to a beautiful whatever their paradise is. They've done their service, and there's a new set of gatekeepers coming in, and this is something like we've never seen before, so we don't know. Energy is energy, portals are portals, stargates are stargates, ley lines are ley lines. We could go on and on. So right now, you also, when I'm at night, I'm having almost like an attempt to, I can feel my team kind of putting like an extra bubble of protection. Not because of protection from like human stuff or things like that, but from like an extra level of like cosmic dust or something. I don't know. I don't quite understand the message. I will, and as soon as I do, I'll come back and let you know. You'll be the first to know. I want to thank everyone that always shows up for me and always gives me a like, and and I'm very grateful. So, also, I had some aching in my knees. So pay attention, left side, right side. I also had ear pain, and a lot. Like yesterday, I couldn't hear out of my right ear, which is my hearing the higher tones, and it was painful in my left ear, which is hearing the lower tones. So it was almost like my clairaudience was being fine tuned to yet another more sensitive level, and the low was so low it was literally like causing this morning my lymph nodes feel a little swollen, like it's fighting something. I'm sore here. So I don't know if you have any of those symptoms. Did not sleep well, have not slept well now for about 2 nights. Also, like, I wake up and it's like I gotta pee, man, like now, like I gotta go. Like it's like everything seems to be so accelerated, like I'm detoxing so fast. It's almost like maybe some of the sludge is gone, so my body is because I feel very strong and very healthy, which of course is a MasterCard, commercial. I'm also eating the white foods, pretzels, drinking milk. It's almost like when you're reborn into a new timeline, you know how you go back to white first, like a baby would, as above, so below, everything's connected, right? Once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee it. And so your body at first begins, just every time it's reborn into a new reality, it'll start with the whites first, white bread. You'll see yourself, you're just not quite, maybe white chicken if you need protein, but you're just not at the red grounded level of, whether that's beets, or that's a steak for you, because only our bodies know how to divinely keep us healthy. Divine intelligence through body expression is true. So we just focus on energy, frequency, and vibration, emotions, thoughts, and soul power, basically. I know I've gone further more. I'm trying to think if there's any. Oh, I woke up and I had a really big bruise on my right toe. I'm like, what the heck? When did that happen? And of course, right is my left side. So it's like, if you look at, if whatever you're feeling, look up Louise Hayes, her body dictionary, and she'll tell you whatever part of your body you're bumping into or you're doing, it's tied to a particular energy. And then you just kind of, that way you begin to think, all right, well, for me, that meant that my divine masculine was getting a little too rigid, needed a course adjustment. It wasn't a pinky, so it wasn't like an itty bitty course adjustment. It was like, let's get your attention, because, you're no. The frequency vibration that you have to walk in this, in between this WTF timeline that we are kind of seeing all sides going, oh my God, just, I keep hearing, if you're going through hell, keep going. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. Like, I'm just looking side to side, man. I'm giving everything the side eye, but I'm staying on target, right? I think we all need to do that. So whatever is happening, You just kind of sit back and remember right now your job is to be the observer. In order to be the observer and be the infinite potential in the quantum field, right? And if you are in the quantum field and you are vibrating at the frequency of 528 hertz, energy frequency and vibration of 528 hertz, you are going to be drawn to that aspect of you that is also that same thing, right, to create a reality, a divine masculine, a divine feminine. And I'm not speaking woo-woo, I'm speaking science, right? I'm speaking science like a child. Yes, I understand. I do not speak mathematical science, even though, me and numbers, we like each other a lot. But that's just the universe speaks in math, right? So we all have our own number system that we like. Right? It could be geometry, and that's still a number system. So, it all breaks down. It's all connected. Right now, if you're having any trouble, I would say drink as much water as possible. And then see which way you're going. Like I've been needing Christ, the crystalline grid, the 5D grid, harm none. Right? I've been needing either salt or sugar. Today, I had coffee with milk and no sugar. And I feel a lot better. But I needed that sugar to kind of give me that spurt. And that's part of the crystalline process of getting into the habit of blessing my water and blessing my food and being in gratitude. The attitude of gratitude, which is a 5D concept of peace. Whatever arises, love it, right? The same thing, attitude of gratitude. It's all quantum entangled, but in good ways now. It's like you do one thing, like I always say, you do one thing and our beautiful source, prime creator, pizza pie in the sky, which is what I tend to call it. Whatever is good that is good, got us. And I think we're feeling that a little bit more each day. It may not be changing anything, but wherever we are right now, if we really feel it, we feel at peace. And that's a collective quantum jump. I don't care what anybody says. I've been doing this shit a long time. We've done something really, really majestic and good. Whether we are coming from light workers, way showers, first wavers, second wavers, third wavers, volunteer souls, galactics, Terrans, blah, 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 other side of the ice walls, flat earthers, round earthers, oval earthers, Yahoo earthers, I don't care who, what, where, or when. This is a timeline. This is something that's good about it all. It's just up to us now to just flow like the little river. Remember when we used to do the lazy river? Just get you a floaty, get you whatever you want to drink, get whatever you want to eat, or choose to fast. Remember what's been taken out of the Bible, one of the verses that's been taken out of the Bible. It's one sentence that says the way to connect to source, right, is to pray and fast. The one sentence they take out, and it tells you how to go direct to source. Things that make you go, right? We're done with all that. Like we understand Tartaria, we understand the millennial reign, we understand the archonic matrix, we understand the clone world, blah, blah, we understand. It's boring. The gig is up. The game is up. We don't want to play anymore. That's why souls aren't coming in here to play. They're exiting like drugs because they're bored, right? Once you see the pattern, I'm not saying it's a duplicate. That's what I'm saying. And we know this. So, right now, just take care of you, love you, get all the help, pray for help, and help will come. You asking for help might be you helping someone else that has been praying for help. And the Spirit will bring two people praying for help together. I know the power of prayer. Miracles happen for me every day. So I am divinely protected because at this point, sorry. Anywho, so pay attention maybe to what from now on, when you feel a shift in your life, pay attention to what you feel. Look at the clock and see what time it is. If you are driving about, see the license plates around you. Remember the universe, when you are connected at that level, right, and your soul is kind of more guiding the ship than your unconscious or subconscious, right? You got the light shining the way kind of thing, and it's your light, so you know where to go because you're experiencing it, but you also know that you're laying a bridge, which is a vision I've been having lately, is of a rainbow bridge going from two earths that are splitting, but this rainbow bridge is moving forward this way into a brand new earth. I think that that's the fifth dimensional Aquarian age. And I think it always begins this way. It just plays out differently. But, you know, the air has been conquered and there is a glitch in the system. So, you know, we understand that. But that's already happened, you know. I mean, people just now starting to understand the chemtrailing stuff. You know, there's been patent for that from the military forever. We know this too. So at this point, there's like nothing. It's like for us that have been shining the light into the darkest places, you can well darn toot and boot and believe that we've been protecting the children all along. We've known. I got a job with Child Protective Services when I graduated early from college and went from the Mentally Challenged Association, where I did counseling there, became a life coach, to then moving on to Child Protective Services, both ongoing and investigative, and being assisting my supervisor, who's magnificent. And then from there, I went to Catholic Charities and did adoption, open and closed adoptions, and I helped find adoptive families. I've been protecting the children. I know what I've been doing. I might not have been aware, but I knew my soul was, I'm good. I can pass on the flag to somebody else that's ready. Doesn't bother me at all. I'm a volunteer, right? And this is the next phase too. Everybody is no longer holding back. So whatever happened, you know what? You bet I'm going to shout it from the rooftops. And I'm going to name names and I'm going to do places, not because I'm revengeful, but because it's the truth. It happened to me. I just said that at 3111. That's crazy. I'm tired of holding back truth when everybody around me seems to get away with lies. Yeah, no, I'm done that game. That's no good. That ain't me, babe. So anywho, so I probably need to break this up into a short of some sort. I'll make a short of this for those that won't stay the whole way. But if you can see me in the short for today's short, then I will go ahead and pass on a message for you that's especially for you, because maybe this message isn't for you, right? We don't know. We're just winging it, man. We know nothing about nothing, Jesus, except harm none. I want peace. I just pray everybody else that is with me, we are the new 1%, right? There's a reason the monks are walking. You know that? They train for this particular timeline, all their soul lives, all at once. The great masters are on the walk. Boots on the ground is what that's called. Yeah. Some call us Generation X, some call us whatever. Do we care? Can we be categorized? No, it's a soul signature thing. Furthermore, into an oversoul for a male, going all the way back to the monad. Yeah. Some were created to do this. So if this message is reaching you, that's another one too. You were created for this. So now it's your time to shine. Remember, I have a channel also on YouTube. No, I'm sorry, on Facebook, could Follow Your Heart, Shine Your Light, where I put little affirmation memes I like to make, and pictures I take, and things I find. And I don't mean to ever break any trademark or anything like that. Everybody's welcome to. If they took it, or if somehow it ended up part of my meme, they can come share it. They can have it. Doesn't matter. They can, you know. I'm not here to. I'm here to barter. I'm not here to steal. I got my own ideas. I don't need to steal ideas. Right? That's what Tesla said. Anywho, okay, thank you if you hung this much with me. Thank you. I love you. I am here for you. Reach however, have fun. And, you know, at this point, just surrender. Let it all go. Everything is divinely divinely purpose, and purpose, divinely perfect. And we just have to walk in faith now and walk by example. There's nothing more. There's no more talking. They can't hear. There's no more showing others. There's no more. We need to put ourselves first right now and build our heart strong so that when they come, if you build it, they will come. When they come and they need whatever, you'll be strong in your heart. You'll have unconditional love to give, to help solve problems, and to be part of the truth of the new illuminated man or woman, right? Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to call yourself. All cool with me, man. So welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else. As a report of the week, I love him. He just gave a thumbs up to Taco Bell, which I'm a closet Taco Bell person. Taco Bellaholic. Just gave it for a thumbs up for something he put up. I was like, oh, my star bro put up a good one. He's happy. And his day has not been immeasurably ruined. Because that makes us all very sad when he does that. Anywho, I'm rambling, but hey, this is me. Fuck it. I wish you guys a great day. I love you. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for making me grow. I would love to make 500. It's my goal. We're so close. I think we're at 442. We're about to hit 444. The angels are with us. Everything is well. My next video will be a short. It will be today. I'll kind of tie it all up and maybe pull some cards for you. It'll be a 3-minute short. And then I might do a 15-second short to that one too, for those that really got no time, but they love me. Okay, you guys. Talk to you soon. Love ya. Bye.